Hello and welcome back to yet another Fortnite theory video. In this video, we will be comparing 3 of the most important seasons to the Fortnite storyline, from season 9, 10, and 11. I will also go over some future map changes for future seasons. Before I get in, I would just like to ask if you could subscribe and like as well. It does help a lot, and legend has it that upon doing so, you become a Fortnite god. First of all, let's start with Season 9. Season 9 might just be one of the second most important seasons for the Fortnite storyline. As most players will know, Season 9's storyline was only made possible because of the Season 8 Nexus event, where players witnessed some of their favorite locations getting destroyed by giant boulders from the volcano explosion. The places destroyed in the event were Tilted Towers and Retail Row. These places were later renamed as Neo Tilted and Mega Mall. However, one boulder was able to hit Polar Peak, therefore severely damaging the iceberg, revealing an eye, which belonged to what players and leaks called the Caddis. At the start of Season 9, players noticed the eye inside of Polar Peak had become more active and started to follow and stare at players, who got within a certain distance. It was at this point in the storyline that players had started getting their hopes up for a Dragon event, but they were soon proved wrong. 2 weeks into Season 9, the Caddis broke out of the iceberg, leaving nothing but a few prints in the snow. At first, players thought the creature had the ability to fly due to the fact that it only left a few footprints. Players then noticed that the Caddis had attacked a building over at Pleasant Park. This fueled further theories that the Caddis could fly. It was around this time in Season 9 when the work started over at Pressure Plant for what was known as Doggus. People originally thought that the pressure plant had been turned into a missile silo, but a week later the silo opened up and the first stage of what eventually became the huge robot began construction. It took a total of 4 weeks for the robot to become fully constructed. Finally, the event that would change the Fortnite storyline forever came along. Players watched the event take hold in the final Showdown LTM. Caddis surprisingly, after emerging, went straight over to the vault over at Loot Lake, where it started trying to tear its way through the vault door. However, the Caddis was quickly stopped in its tracks by the Doggus robot. This was the point that the 3-minute fight began. Caddis and Doggus took place. At one point, the Caddis shot some kind of acid at the Caddis, severely damaging it. However, the Doggus was able to rise back up and launch itself and the Caddis into the water. However, just when we think it's over, the Doggus emerges from the water, thinking itself victorious. The Caddis jumped out of the water and started tearing apart the Doggus. But luckily, the Doggus had a self-defense mechanism to detach a robot arm, of which flung the Caddis a decent distance away from the Doggus. Whilst it brought some time to punch its way through the vault, only to bring out the orb that was powering Neo Tilted. The Doggus crunched the orb in its hand in order to harness the power of which was used to punch the Caddis from Loot Lake all the way over to Retail Row. It was at that point that the Doggus ripped out the Singularity statue from the middle of Neo Tilted and used the power from the orb to activate what seemed to be parts of Kevin the Cube. It's the cube parts, once activated, looked like they formed a sword of which was used to kill the Caddis. After 3 minutes of intense battling, the event ended with the Doggus flossing before flying off into the sky. But there was one thing that was left, and that was the unstable orb in the middle of Loot Lake. Now moving on to Season X or 10. We are currently only a couple weeks into the 10th season and a lot has happened already. The orb that was left badly damaged back in Season 9 became so unstable that it exploded, therefore ruining and leaving a tear in time, transforming locations such as Dusty Divot back into Dusty Depot and Neo Tilted being transformed into Tilted Town. With the amounts of events happening already this season, it will be no surprise if Season 10 was able to triumph over Season 9 and make it seem like nothing in the storyline. Season 10 is possibly one of the most important seasons in regards to the Fortnite storyline. This is because how the Terra in time affects the map and other events will decide what the map will look like in Season 11. We are still due many map changes in Season X, and one of the most anticipated changes will be Paradise Palms, of which has been leaked to be turning into Moisty Palms. Season X also might be the perfect chance for Epic Games to start over with the new map and storyline. This will be the perfect fitting season for a change because since it's Epic Games' 10th season, it means that Epic Games has been able to hit a major milestone, of which for a lot of people the number 10 can be special to them. Also, a few seasons ago, the owner of Epic Games admitted that there will definitely be a whole new map coming to the Fortnite universe. The storyline has evolved and twisted around loads and has started to confuse a lot of players, and they have started making a lot of different theories as to how the season will end and when it will end. One new theory is that due to the rip in time, we may be taken back in time to the Caddis event, and we may see an alternate ending where the Caddis wins and could possibly eat the orb, therefore completely destroying and changing the map. Let me know in the comments what you think. Now let's move on to some possible future themes for Season 11. I've already gone over one theme that could be coming into Season 11, and that is dinosaurs. The idea of dinosaurs has been in the game for the past 5 seasons, and recently there has been a leak item which teases a dinosaur coming out of a rift. I know that this rift is already used to call on objects to drop on your opponents, but why choose a dinosaur? This is obviously Epic Games' way of teasing dinosaurs coming out of the tier in time. If you want to find out more about the future dinosaur theme, then go check the link in the description below. New map. Anyone who has kept up to date with the Fortnite gossip over the past few seasons will know that in an interview, the creator of Fortnite was asked if there was a chance of a new map, and leakers were somehow able to leak some sort of moon lobby. It is not yet known if this is the plan for the future theme or if it's just for a limited time event. However, because once again Season X is a time twister, we may go so far back in time that the Fortnite world is just a speck of dust floating through space. Recently, Fortnite's fanbase is starting to drop a lot, and one thing that players have wanted is a new map instead of random points of interest updates. So in a moment of which the community is in need of a new spike in popularity, a new map may just be Epic Games' last resort. Overall, Season 9 has to be one of the most controversial seasons to the Fortnite storyline, but it is also tied with Season 6 with Kevin that started a lot of this stuff, so I think it is fair we will see more of some controversial events and see some alternate endings. For anyone who watched the video all the way through, I would like to say thank you. Feel free to like and subscribe as it helps a lot, and legend has it that doing so you'll become a god at gaming. Till next time, peace. Also, comment down below if you think we should do a top events ranked worst to best. I'm interested to hear your guys' opinions.